You're about to discover something that theme park executives have spent millions trying to keep quiet. And once you see what's underneath, you'll never look at a family vacation the same way again. Let me take you back to 1971. A massive theme park opens its doors in Central Florida, drawing millions of visitors every single year. But beneath the manicured pathways and the cotton candy smiles, something was being built that the public was never supposed to know about. A labyrinth, underground, stretching for miles. Now here's where it gets genuinely unsettling. Between 1973 and 2019, over 40 separate visitor disappearances were documented near specific locations within the park. Not drownings, not cardiac events, disappearances. People who walked away from their families, stepped around a corner, and simply ceased to exist. Park security would conduct searches. Families would file reports, and then, almost systematically, the cases would go cold within 72 hours. Former employees started talking around 2021. Low-level maintenance workers, retired security personnel, custodial staff who had spent decades underground. Their accounts shared one recurring detail. There were sections of the tunnel system that appeared on no official blueprint, doors that required separate key cards that even senior management didn't carry, and a standing rule that nobody spoke about openly. You don't enter sublevel 3 without clearance you will never actually receive. Think about what that means for a moment. A publicly accessible entertainment venue. Families with children visiting daily. And beneath their feet, a zone that the people running the facility actively restrict from their own staff. The psychological weight of that is enormous. Investigative journalists attempted to access maintenance records in 2023 through Freedom of Information requests. Most documents were either redacted beyond usefulness or simply listed as non-existent. One journalist reported receiving a legal notice within 48 hours of filing. The message was clear without ever stating anything directly. Stop asking. 3 former employees independently described the same phenomenon. An unusual low-frequency sound emanating from below sublevel 2. Not mechanical, not the hum of ventilation or electrical systems. Something rhythmic, something that made experienced workers refuse to return to certain corridors after specific hours. Whether that detail represents genuine strangeness or human psychology doing what human psychology does in dark enclosed spaces, that question remains open. What cannot be disputed is the documented pattern. Disappearances clustering around particular geographic zones within the property. Tunnel access that defies standard operational logic. Legal pressure applied against anyone asking structural questions. And an institution with virtually unlimited resources choosing silence over transparency at every single turn. Here is what I want you to sit with before you go anywhere else today. Every massive institution operates on layers. The layer the public sees, the layer employees see, and the layers that exist specifically because maintaining secrecy is worth more than any individual ever will be to the people managing the whole machine. The tunnels are real. The disappearances are documented. What connects them is a question that powerful people are spending significant resources ensuring you never get a clean answer to. subscribe, because this investigation is nowhere near finished. And next week, we go deeper.